We need way more wood. Not enough wood. No, no, please. Don't. No, no, no! Sorry.
You dig that? We're going to Vegas, Mike.
Vegas! You think we get there by midnight?
Money, we're gonna be up 500 by midnight.
Ah, Vegas!
Vegas, baby, Vegas!
This is you would call this an idle game. It's a menu. It's literally just a menu, and does have something. There's interesting stuff that happens in it. Game's pretty sick. All right, so this is a dark room. In a dark room, you wake up. We have one rusty knife. By the way, did you get yourself a nice little cocoa or something? Or a coffee? Nah, I haven't, and I want to. But I'm going to wait like 25 more minutes. All right, head throbbing, vision blurry, the voices say survive, the room is freezing. The fire is burning, the room is cold. Oh. Too much, too much. A ragged stranger stumbles in through the door and collapses in the corner. So I got wood. I can go into the forest and I can get wood from the forest. I have 3 wood right now. Hope she's okay. I have to keep the fire going. So this is how long it takes before I can get wood again. Stranger shivers and mumbles quietly. Her words are unintelligible. Stranger in the corner stops shivering. Her breathing calms. This game gets crazy, by the way, in a chill way. Builder says she can make traps to catch creatures. Okay, so this is the builder. Builder resurrected. I got 16 wood. Can make a trap with 10 wood. So now we've got fur, meat, scales, teeth, cloth. More traps to catch more creatures. Builder says she can make traps to catch creatures. So I can now cart 10 wood. Got to keep the fire going at all times. She's woken up, says she can build things, says she's a friend. All right, I got to keep an eye on my stuff. Builder is +5 wood. These can go faster too. Eventually, you'll see. I don't want to spoil it. All right, let's do... I got 15 wood, right? Yeah. More traps. Here we go. Okay, a hut. 80 wood. Builder says there are more wanderers. Says they'll work too. All right, I'm done with traps for now. I need 80 wood. Sound effects are great. Yeah, there's something really nice about it, just hearing it every time you click it. Oh, I got a family now. A weathered family takes up in one of the huts. Can't help but reflect on humble beginnings. She smiles. Restless sleep looking upon the village brings peace. Okay. There are 2 people. I could make 1 gatherer for wood and then 1 gatherer for fur and meat. When are you going to stop mewing? I didn't even know what that was until Ludwig told me what it was while he was teaching me how to do it. Yeah, Ludwig was like, hey, do this. I was like, huh? And he goes, no, do this. And he taught me all the ways to do it. You got to put your tongue there and you got to push it up and... you have to... He taught me how to mew. He taught me... whatever. He taught me how to... You put like... words can't even come out of my mouth now. You guys have fucked with me too much. It's a facial expression and he showed me how to do it. Oh, that hurt my stomach. Okay. All right, I got a modest village now. I'm just going to get to 1,000 wood, right? Thanks for playing. This is one of my favorite games. This was one of my favorite browser games ever. It just, I don't know, something about it. It's just chill. But this is the Steam version. You can play it on Steam right now. And there is a sequel to this game. Not to spoil it, but there is a sequel called The Ensign. And I might play that too, because that one's really fun too. The compass spins, have to venture out. She says not to. She warns of death. The villagers, the fatigue in their eyes. Back-breaking labor, no rest for the villagers. Need to venture farther. The food from the smokehouse will help. Is this guy playing some busted game again? This game is designed very well. It's not broken, it's fine. Okay, I'm going. Embark. Oh, that's right. It is like an old roguelike. Do you remember these back when fucking computers talked with beeping noises at you? Okay. I have 5 food and 10 water. I'm in the middle here. I'm going to go to the left. An old house. An old house remains here. Once white, siding yellowed and peeling. The door hangs open. Water replenished. I'm going to go inside. Okay. A man charges down the... A rusty blade in his hand. I only have a fist? I thought I had a knife. Uh-oh. Okay, well that's why I take the food. Okay, got it. Loot. He had cured meat, leather, and cloth. Give me the leather. Holy shit, he's got 10 leather? I can't take any more. Among the 10K viewers, one of them has to be a murderer. I don't think so, considering... What is the human... What is the percentage to that? What's the percentage? What is one person out of 10,000? Scale that up to like 8 or 9 billion, right? If that person's correct, then that means how many murderers are on the entire world population? It's 1 in 10,000. I know, but by what is 1 in 10,000 scaled up to 10 billion people? It's 9 million. Are there 9 million murderers in the world? They're actually, I don't know, maybe? I don't know. No. Do you think there's 10 million murderers? I don't know. Maybe. I'm back, but these crunches are going to be crazy. It's going to be insane. I can't do anything about it. I can just mute. I'll mute for like a minute. Sculpture, she's been all over, willing to talk about it for a price. 200 fur? Yeah, shove it up your ass. What do I have? I have like my bare feet, right? I can like kick. All right, I have 7 water. What is a V and I? Okay, let's go to I. Iron mine. An old iron mine sits here, tools abandoned and left to rust. Bleached bones are strewn about the entrance, many deeply. Okay, go inside. I don't have a torch. Shit. A strange bird speeds across the plains. Ready? Alright, it's my bare fists. Oh my god, it's killing me. Okay, we're good. What do you got? Cured meat and scale. I'll take the scales. All right, everybody get wood. We have 30 people getting wood. Oh my god, what? No. We're a population of we're a community. What? I'm running out of fur though. All right, I go all in. I'm stupid. We need, how much is it? It's 5 fur to make 1 leather, so we need 5 people making 5 fur, 1 person doing 1 leather. So this is now sustainable. Dude, if there was a pretzel eating contest, I would win it. It doesn't matter how big the next guy is. If there was a hard, crunchy pretzel eating contest, I would win it. A tuna and pretzel contest? Oh man, that sounds damn good right now. Oh, what an awesome snack. What an amazing idea that is. Who said that? They get band protection for a week. Have you ever done something similar to stand up? I feel like anything that I would ever do for stand up, I've already just done it here. I've written down hundreds of jokes and hundreds of references and little non sequiturs that I just say here. You guys have been getting that routine for 15 years. Is that your creative process? You write stuff down and use it here? I not just here. I have like dozens and dozens of ideas written down that I just have no one's ever heard of or seen. It's crazy. There are things that have happened behind the scenes that you guys will just probably never know. And I'm talking crazy shit that just didn't happen. And I almost like, I think I want to like ask, because some of this stuff is out fucking outrageous, that I want to ask some people if I could talk about some of them, because there's a few in particular that are just so completely outrageous that I almost like need to talk about them one day. Like the battle axe stream. No, that just didn't happen, right? Because of a few different reasons, but I'm talking about stuff that you guys have never even heard about. That had a ton of stuff happen that was potentially going to happen behind the scenes. And I'm talking about the craziest thing that you could ever think of that I could do on a stream, or what I would do like as a part of a collaboration or something, or an event or something. You're not even close. of things that have potentially happened or maybe would have happened. If I got the go-ahead to talk about it, you guys wouldn't fucking believe half the shit. And I'm not even talking about negative either. Nothing, it's not like, oh my god, something so horrible or something bad happened. I'm just saying stuff that just didn't make it to the finish line or stuff that I was asked if I wanted to do that I just said no, or nah, it didn't really work out, or stuff falls through, the financing doesn't work, or the timing doesn't work. Why would you do that if we can't know? No, you definitely will be. A pack of snarling beasts pours out of the trees. The fight is short and bloody. The beasts are repelled. The villagers retreat to mourn the dead. 20 people died? What do you mean 20 people died? We need more people. I think I will be able to talk about at least one of them. You guys are gonna laugh your ass off because I laughed my ass off. And I think of like the what could have been scenario in some of these things. I don't know what would have happened if I did this. How would this have been taken? How would this have possibly been taken? And you'll know maybe one day. I'll tell you. Look, my 40th birthday is coming up. Like, who gives a shit? You know what I mean? It's not like I'm gonna do it. He's teasing. I don't mean to. It's just a lot of stuff happens behind the scenes that like you just don't ever know. Some really, really crazy, good, funny. Some head-scratching stuff where you're just like, what the fuck am I... Why would I do that? But now you can't sell those ideas. Well, that's another thing, too. The reason why I even started talking about this is somebody said, is that your creative process? And I gave you, like, kind of an annoying tone. That's not even how you asked it. I don't know why I just put that on you. Like, oh, your creative process. But I have a lot of stuff that has just never, ever happened that is in the book of things that I've always like kind of wanted to do, and that's why would I talk about them? Because what if they do happen? Like I told you in this, I have no plans to do anything, and I'm happier that way. If I feel like doing something, or if something comes along, and if it's like you can do whatever the fuck you want, what is it? Let's do it. Okay, then maybe if I get into the urge to do that, then maybe stop making plans. You'll be happy. You know what? I need that. I think from 2019, 28, like let's call it like 2019, 2020 to like 2022 and a half, 2023. I just felt like I needed a plan for every single thing that happened every day. It's like, oh, I need to make sure that this is funny or this is good. I gotta have, what am I doing on next Thursday? I need to know. Because I have to prepare for it. I gotta make sure it's good. I think that, especially in that like 2020 to 2022 range. But it's good to be busy, right? It's good to like always have something going on in your mind and always be doing something. You're not going to worry about those things. No, I know. But what I'm mainly talking about is just the need to do something. And I think it's like 3 or 4 years ago I said that a lot of the event stuff is what I really liked. And doing let's call them computer streams, was just a kind of a way and a means to do them and continue to do the big things. But then after doing a handful of big things, you realize like how much like money and time it actually is to do some of those. And then you start to go, okay, well, is this possible to kind of just keep doing this? And I kind of trapped myself in a way of, oh, I want to do another huge thing. It's got to be massive. And I kind of got that like power creep mindset where, well, the next thing has to be way cooler and crazier than the last one. So I kind of had a period where I was like, you know what? Let's just like not. Oh, a wanderer arrives with an empty cart. Says if she leaves with furs, she'll be back with more. Builder's not sure she's to be trusted. I'm doing a big gamble. You take 500 fur. You took everything. You took everything from me. No, we're sending a fucking party of people to go find you and get the fur back with interest. I just lost all my fur. That's awful. That's actually bad. How'd you feel back in 2017 to 2019 about streaming? How Comcast... Yeah, a lot of... In like the early days of me streaming, around like 2016-ish, 2017, 18, I was fighting more with the quality of and the stability of the internet. a lot of stuff that I wanted to do that I was having fun doing would just get cut short, or it was literally rolling dice that if you could even stream or not. It feels like a lot of the internet issues have, I mean, almost disintegrated in the last 3 to 4 years. But also too, I mean, 2016, 2017, you're talking about people are stealing from me. But yeah, back then it was a fight against actually streaming, because I didn't have a gigabit line back then. I was operating on like Comcast's family plan. It was like 100 down and like 10 up. It kind of didn't really exist. So you didn't really have the padding if you had an internet problem. You know, if you're getting 10% of your speeds at, 200 down, 20 up, or 10 up, that's not enough to stream. And sometimes it would just go down to 5 percentile for 6 straight hours. Every day, the same time every day. And we went through I remember even back when I first moved to Vegas too. I remember Alex and I, it was like we moved across the country and it was still bad. It was worse than it was before I moved. So yeah, I don't know. I guess the string of luck of just having a more stable internet recently, like the last 5 years or so, last 10 years, I'd say, like since the second, how long have I been in Vegas for? God, it's been 7 years now. That's crazy to think about that. 2018, I think. Yeah, it was the later half of 2018. It's been a long time. Did you move to Vegas because you like gambling? No. I moved to Vegas because it was... Remember, then this is pre-COVID too. This is before COVID. It was a 24-hour city. Everything was always on. The lights never turned off. I was a really big night owl kind of person. Especially back in 2017, 2016, about 10 years ago. And I remember, when you're sitting there streaming, I didn't really take food breaks. Or, hey guys, I'm going to leave, or I'll be back. Or I would eat, or, you try to do most of the stuff that you want to get done for the day before you start streaming. And yeah, I would say my streams averaged 6.5 to 8.5 hours. So, if you're there for about 8 hours, didn't really, I don't take like a lunch or anything, or dinner break or anything. So I would just kind of sit there. I wanted to just sit there and just go, especially back then. So when I would be done streaming, sometimes it would be 10, 11, 12 o'clock at midnight, or later sometimes. And being in Vegas meant you could go get a 5-star steak at 2 a.m. if you wanted to. Some of the best food you could ever want was available. Always. 24/7. But that was pre-COVID, and after COVID, a lot of the 24/7 kind of style of places and really, really late night stuff really is more concentrated to the Strip and a lot of the tourist places, which I don't really do. I don't really go to. I'm not like going to the Strip every day to go get like dinner. That's not, no. But another reason was it was close to California. And LA was kind of a place to be in 2019, 2020, 2021. It was a lot of stuff going on there. A lot of the Twitch stuff was going on there. So I was like, you know what? I don't have to live in California. I didn't have to live in LA, but I could be there in 40 minutes. Yeah, for production stuff and events and things. It seemed like it was easier to do some stuff out there. And I say that, but almost every major event stream was at least 500 miles away from California. You maybe have the worst nightmare I've had in my life. I only get them after I watch 2 VODs. Dude, don't blame me for you eating like a steak and cheese sub at 1 o'clock in the morning and then going to bed. When you say you don't listen to a lot of music, do you mean songs or do you mean any like game soundtracks? It's funny. I actually sat down after the Monster Rancher stuff and I thought to myself, if I really had to sit there and think about it, what are songs that I actually like in albums and artists that I listen to? And I went down this rabbit hole of going back to the 2000s, the 90s, remember when these singles, remember these big hits, remember this band? I completely forgot about Smashing Pumpkins. I forgot they even existed. And their music, I've listened to a lot of their music before. Like Tonight, what a great song that is. That's definitely has to be up there. You just kind of forget everything until you get reminded of something that you like. It's weird. A lot of the Radiohead stuff, I was like, oh yeah, Radiohead. They are good. Can we get a good Smashing Pumpkins impression? The world is a vampire. I don't know the lyrics. Even though I know all my fools and you like a drug. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage. And someone will say what is lost can never be saved. Somebody said what is lost can never be saved. That woke some of you up. All right, I need more coal. Why did you switch from Team Edward to Team Jacob? I felt like Jacob was just kind of more me. I you know, especially when I get up in the morning, my hair is longer now. I got a big beard and everything. I feel like I'm much more Jacob now. Dude, one of these days I'm going to turn the cam on and I'm going to have a really short haircut, no facial hair, and I'm going to have a tie on. It's going to be so off-putting to everybody. It's going to be so jarring. I'm going to look so weird I'm going to look bizarre to all of you. You ever seen Succession? I saw the first few episodes. I saw there was a scene where he's like, if you hit a home run or something, I'll give you $1 million if you hit a home run. And then in my brain, that scene transitions to McDonald's has the greatest quarter pounder in history. Oh, and the chicken McNuggets. That's all I can think of. The McDonald's quarter pounder with cheese. It is it's dripping with delicious juices. I can't see that. That was Succession episode 2 in my mind. If McDonald's ever sponsored one of your streams, I think all your dreams would come true. I haven't really eaten it in a long time. If this was 2020, maybe. But I have not eaten McDonald's in almost a year. That's accurate. You can do kappas all you want. It's true. You know, okay, somebody said, what about the McJerma meal? You want to know what I would do? I would mess up the whole thing. My McDonald's meal would be a cup of water. A single small cup of water, and that's it. Do you think they could market that at all? Would it even be possible to market that? Yeah, a small unsalted fry and a cup of water. Yeah, and a fillet of fish, no bun. It's just, it's the fish and chips. I'm surprised they haven't done some dumb shit like that. You know, the commercial would be playing British music. Like, dun, 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 dun. Try the new McDonald's fish and chips. And it would be a bunless fillet of fish on top of a bed of fries. And it would be some British soda or something like, oh, a nice bev. Whatever the hell it would be. What would the British drink be? It'd be a tea. Yeah, it'd be a warm tea. Do you think anyone would... I feel like people like the fillet of fish, though. Don't people say the fillet of fish is one of the best things at McDonald's? You know that the original fish they used for the fillet of fish got fished to almost extinction. So now they use a different blend of shittier fishes, which is why it tastes worse. Oh my god. Oh, dude, big gamble, 500 fur. You got any more funny Dark Souls clips? I got hundreds of clips. I remember I recorded a bunch of Red Dead Redemption 2 stuff. And I recorded this one clip in particular where I don't think it's particularly funny. It's me just flying off a cliff with a whole wagon and just crashing down into a ravine. And it's not even that ridiculous, but I remember I had smoked some weed, and I thought it was like I thought it was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. And it's actually kind of funny. If we ever do really go through these, there's hundreds of these clips. You'll be able to know which ones I recorded when I was high. Because like I would say probably like a third of them, if there's 300 or 400 clips, maybe like 30 or 40 of them, maybe like 10 to 20% of them are just like, why did I record that? And I go, oh, now think about it if you were inebriated somehow. Then see if it makes sense. Can we get a zooted stream for real? I have not smoked. I have not been high off of marijuana. Cannabis. In about 5 or 6 months. At least 6 or 7 months. I dropped everything possible when I had, and you know, obviously I'm still having some issues, by the way. I went like cold turkey, no fried food, no nothing. I even dropped coffee for a little while. I came back to it, right? I'm drinking some decaf at this point, but I eliminated every single possible avenue of every single thing in my entire diet. To see, because I had this insane flare-up last year that came well into this year, into January, February, March. I still am having issues, but holy shit, it's the worst colitis type flare-up I've ever had in my whole life, in my entire life. I have no idea what triggered it, but that, when I talk about like last year kind of sucked. Last year really sucked. The last like 12 calendar months before, let's say like May, March. Remember that? Remember Otto got really, really sick. He had to have so many procedures. They had to go like dig in his nose with, and take samples out of his nasal cavity, and it was, he was not doing good. He had a seizure and stuff. Like it was really bad. It was not good. I really was thinking that could have been close to the end for Otto. And then a month or two after that, I went down big time. Worst ever, probably my whole life. And then other things that kind of in my personal life that have happened. So the middle part of 2024, all the way to like February of this year, there was just so much wild shit going on. Is Otto your husband? Otto is my dog. If you are a new viewer, you're like, oh, and Otto, man, me and Otto were having all kinds of trouble. You'd be like, who's Otto? Are you a sword or a gun guy? I am an old gun guy. I'm talking Wild West, a little bit before Wild West. Pretty much every weapon in Fistful of Frags. Hey, did you hear the jerma movie bombed? Oh, hold on, dude. I can't talk about this dumb shit right now. I have Steel for the first time. The movie bombed? Well, I don't care. The critics' consensus was about, what, 12% on Rotten Tomatoes? People really didn't like that and whatever. They can say whatever they want. It's fine. They didn't like that I played every character. Even the people in the background on the subway scenes, they thought it was just dumb that I had different hats on and stuff, and we just green screened me in like 5,000 to 10,000 times. It took a lot of work though, so I guess I don't appreciate art. Yeah, one of the people that reviewed it, I don't know what publication it was, but they said that when I bought a ticket from myself at the train station, they said they got up and left the theater. But what if the audience percentage is at 36%, which that's pretty good. That's not bad. It could be way worse than that. The Spee scene got the critics pretty... Well, that scene got cut and then re-added because we did test screenings. There was the 5-minute sequence where I was running away from all the spies, and you know, and that's when like all they're popping their heads out of the window, spee, and they're all like the taxi cab driver. I get it, and I'm like, get me out of here, and he turns around and he goes, spee. That's like the only part of the movie where it was in the movie. That actually was a lot longer. It was about a 15-minute segment rather than about 4 or 5 minutes. But the people that were testing, it really just did not do well with the test audiences. But they're not even like fans of the channel, so that's what I kept saying. I remember banging on the fucking two-way glass, saying like, "You're not even fans of the channel," and I think some of them heard me. But it's all right though. It did fine. It should take in, I think there was like 9 releases this week. We're at number 8. We were at number 8 for about an hour, and then we went down to 9. They were doing like a re-showing of the Home Alone movies for like the 15th time, and I guess it went under that. I like this comment. Ha ha ha, funny with a raffle. Now, what guns do you own?